Psychology facts about human behavior that will blow your mind. The penis is a remarkable organ, not just for its reproductive function, but also for its role in providing pleasure. Understanding its sensitivity can enhance sexual experiences and deepen intimate connections. The most sensitive part of the penis is often cited as the glans, commonly known as the head. This area is densely packed with nerve endings, making it extremely responsive to touch and stimulation. The sensitivity of the glans is not just a physical phenomenon, but also a psychological one. When stimulated, the nerve endings send strong signals to the brain, which then releases endorphins and dopamine neurochemicals associated with pleasure and reward. This rush of neurochemicals enhances the overall sexual experience, making it more intense and satisfying. During sexual encounters, the stimulation of the glans can lead to heightened arousal and quicker attainment of orgasm. The glans responds well to various forms of touch, from gentle caresses to more intense pressure, making it a versatile pleasure center. Proper lubrication and a sensitive touch can maximize the pleasurable sensations experienced. The frenulum's sensitivity is tied to the psychological arousal it can produce. Gentle and rhythmic stimulation of the frenulum can lead to the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone which enhances feelings of intimacy and connection between partners. This makes the frenulum not only a physical pleasure point, but also a key player in emotional bonding during sexual activity. Stimulation of the frenulum can significantly increase sexual pleasure and is often associated with intense orgasms. During sexual encounters, focusing on the frenulum through gentle stroking, licking, or sucking can heighten arousal and enhance the overall experience. Many men report that frenulum stimulation can even lead to multiple orgasms or prolonged pleasure. While the glans and frenulum are the most talked about pleasure points, the shaft of the penis also plays a crucial role in sexual pleasure. The shaft is filled with erectile tissue that becomes engorged with blood during arousal, increasing its sensitivity to touch. The entire shaft, particularly the underside, is sensitive to touch and pressure. Psychological factors such as anticipation and excitement can amplify the physical sensations experienced in this area. The combination of physical stimulation and psychological arousal creates a powerful feedback loop that enhances sexual pleasure. During sexual encounters, the shaft can be stimulated in various ways, from manual stroking to penetrative movements. The underside of the shaft, often called the coronal ridge, is particularly sensitive and can be targeted for added pleasure. Combining shaft stimulation with glans and frenulum attention can lead to a more holistic and intense sexual experience. Understanding of male pleasure and the sensitivity of the penis has evolved over centuries. Ancient cultures, such as the Greeks and Romans, were remarkably open about sexuality. They celebrated the male body and often depicted the penis in art and literature, acknowledging its role in pleasure and procreation. During the Middle Ages, however, sexuality became a more taboo subject. Despite this, medical texts from the period still recognize the sensitivity of the penis and its importance in male sexual health. It wasn't until the Renaissance that scientific inquiry into human sexuality began to flourish again, with more detailed studies and descriptions of the male anatomy. Use varying pressures and motions, such as circus strokes or gentle tapping, to stimulate the glans. Lubrication can enhance these sensations. Don't neglect the shaft. Stroking the entire length, especially the underside, can complement glans and frenulum stimulation for a fuller experience. Pay special attention to the frenulum. Gentle licking, sucking, or rhythmic stroking can provide intense pleasure. Open communication with your partner about what feels good and what doesn't can significantly enhance sexual pleasure. Sharing your preferences and listening to your partners can lead to a more satisfying experience for both. Men who engage in mental foreplay, such as fantasizing or engaging in intimate conversations, often report higher levels of sexual satisfaction. The brain is a powerful erogenous zone, and psychological arousal can amplify the physical pleasure felt during sex. Combining physical stimulation with mental arousal can lead to more intense and fulfilling sexual experiences. For instance, engaging in sensual talk or sharing fantasies with your partner can heighten the overall pleasure. Being mentally present and fully engaged in the moment can also enhance the sensitivity of the penis and the pleasure derived from its stimulation. Maintaining good sexual health is essential for preserving the sensitivity of the penis. In conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and certain medications can affect nerve function and blood flow, reducing sensitivity and sexual pleasure. In some ancient cultures, rituals and ceremonies were designed to enhance male virility and sexual pleasure. The Kama Sutra, an ancient Indian text, provides detailed descriptions of sexual positions and techniques aimed at maximizing pleasure for both partners and to enhance penile pleasure. Foreplay is an essential aspect of sexual activity that often gets overlooked. For men, engaging in foreplay can significantly enhance the sensitivity of the penis and increase overall sexual pleasure. Foreplay helps build anticipation and arousal, which are critical for achieving and maintaining an erection. It also creates a sense of intimacy and connection between partners, which can enhance the overall sexual experience. In ancient Greece, male sexuality and penile pleasure was celebrated and even idealized in art and literature. Greek mythology is filled with stories of gods and heroes engaging in sexual exploits. In contrast, during the Victorian era in England, male sexuality was heavily repressed and sexual expression was considered taboo. These historical attitudes have had a lasting impact on how men view their own sexuality. In cultures where male sexuality was celebrated, men were more likely to feel confident and comfortable with their sexual desires. In contrast, in cultures where sexuality was repressed, men were more likely to experience shame and guilt about their sexual desires. Throughout history, male virility has been celebrated and revered in various cultures. In ancient Rome and Greece, statues and art often depicted men with prominent genitalia as symbols of power and fertility. In many ancient cultures, large penises were considered a sign of strength and virility. This belief influenced art, literature, and even social status. For example, in ancient Greece, small penises were actually idealized for aesthetics, while large ones were associated with barbarism and excess. The topic of penis size is often surrounded by myths and misconceptions. Studies have shown that penis size is not a significant factor in sexual satisfaction for most women. Despite its name, penis does not have bones. However, penile fractures can occur if there is trauma to an erect penis, often during vigorous sex. Just like fingerprints, no two penises are exactly the same in terms of shape, size, and appearance. The bulbospongiosus muscle, located around the base of the penis, plays a crucial role in ejaculation and urination by helping to expel fluid. Men can experience erections without any sexual arousal. This is due to the spinal reflex, which can be triggered by a full bladder or physical stimulation. The slight curvature of the penis when erect is normal. However, severe curvature may indicate Peyronie's disease, a condition where fibrous scar tissue develops inside the penis. Nocturnal penile tumescence morning erections occurs multiple times during sleep, particularly during REM rapid eye movement sleep. It is a sign of healthy blood flow and nerve function. Studies have shown that the average erect penis size is about 5.16 inches 13.12 centimeters long. Penis size varies widely among individuals and does not correlate with sexual satisfaction. Similar to phantom limb syndrome, some men who have undergone penile surgery or trauma report feeling sensations or erections in the missing part of the penis. A healthy diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, can improve blood flow and overall penile health. Foods rich in antioxidants and nitrates, like spinach and beets, can be particularly beneficial. The glands, the part that gives the most pleasure and is widely recognized as the most sensitive and sexual area of the penis. And there's a good reason for that. The glands is densely packed with nerve endings, approximately 4,000 of them. This high concentration of nerve endings makes it extremely responsive to touch, temperature, and pressure. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.